Mercedes-Benz is a name synonymous with class and quality, and the German automaker has once again delivered with its latest breakthrough. With a rich history of engine development, Mercedes has always been at the forefront of innovation, and its latest engine promises to leave its competitors in the dust. While the auto giant is pushing forth with numerous electrified cars, it is also killing it when it comes to internal combustion engines. Tracing the history of car engines takes us back to Carl Benz, who developed the first stationary gasoline engine, a one-cylinder two-stroke unit that ran for the first time on New Year's Eve of 1879. Benz had so much commercial success with this engine that he was able to devote more time to his dream of creating a lightweight car powered by a gasoline engine in which the chassis and engine formed a single unit. The major features of the two-seater vehicle, which was completed in 1885, included a compact high-speed, single-cylinder, four-stroke engine installed horizontally at the rear, a tubular steel frame, a differential, and three-wire spoked wheels. The engine output was a modest 0.75 horsepower or 0.55 kilowatts, a far cry from what the company he founded does today. Details included an automatic intake slide, a controlled exhaust valve, high-voltage electrical vibrator, ignition with spark plug, and water thermosiphon evaporating cooling. On January 29, 1886, Benz applied for a patent for his vehicle powered by a gas engine. He was awarded patent number 37,435, which may be regarded as the birth certificate of the automobile. Months later, in July 1886, the newspapers reported on the first public outing of the three-wheeled Benz patent motor car model #1A. A few years later, Benz patented a double-pivot steering system in 1893, thereby solving one of the most urgent problems of the automobile. The first Benz with this steering system was the 3-horsepower or 2.2 kilowatt Victoria in 1893, of which slightly larger numbers with different bodies were built. The world's first production car with some 1,200 units built was the Benz Velo the following year. Since the days of its founder, Mercedes-Benz has produced great car engines. For instance, the compressor 55 AMG supercharged 5.4-liter SOHC 24-valve V8 was a sheer monster. This is the same engine used in the SLR McLaren, which boasted 617 horses under the hood. Mercedes also made the M275 AMG twin-turbocharged 6-liter SOHC 36-valve V12. It's a performance-oriented engine known for its broad application and powers cars from the S65 AMG to the exclusive Maybach. It is one of the most reliable engines under the Mercedes-Benz umbrella, and over the years has evolved to produce more power than one can imagine without giving away any of the reliability. There is also the 32-compressor supercharged 3.2-liter 18-valve V6. These engines were known for their wide applications. They fitted inside normal sedans with moderate performance capabilities, but could be tuned to do much more. Some AMG models with the 32 compressor were capable of touching speeds up to 155 miles per hour. Then there are the 73 and 70 AMG 7.3-liter and 7-liter normally aspirated SOHC 36-valve V12. As the name indicates, these engines were obvious beasts. The 7 and the 7.3 were capable of delivering 496 horses and 525 horses, respectively. With such a rich history of engine development, it's little wonder that Mercedes-Benz has produced the world's most powerful four-cylinder engines. According to the technical details released by the company, the new M139 turbocharged 2-liter inline-4 makes a maximum of 416 horsepower, giving it a specific output of 208.9 horsepower per liter. That makes it the most powerful four-cylinder engine in series production, and its specific output is higher than pretty much every modern supercar. Mercedes has released the engine in two trims, Base and S. The base version makes a maximum of 382 horsepower, is 6,500 rotations per minute, and 354 pound-foot from 4,750 to 5,000 rotations per minute. while the S puts out 416 horsepower. It's 67,150 rotations per minute and 369 pound-foot from 5,000 to 5,250 rotations per minute. The S generates a bit more boost. It's a whole lot more powerful than the Turbo 4 in the CLA 45, which makes 375 horsepower and 350 pound-foot, and the new engine's 7,200 rotations per minute. The red line is 500 rotations per minute higher. The engine weighs a claimed 554 pounds when wet. Mercedes changed several things in the UM138 engine compared to its predecessor. For example, while the previous engine was mounted transversely, the new engine breathes opposite. It dispositions the exhaust manifold and turbocharger at the rear. Besides the firewall, the intake system is located at the front, next to the bumper. With this, Mercedes can design a flatter front section, boosting aerodynamic properties as well as shorter air ducts with fewer diversions, both for the exhaust and the intake. That windscrollter